Welcome to The Awakened Heart, a podcast for healing women. This is a place where your voice matters, your body is sacred, and your journey home to yourself is always honored, no matter how winding the road. I'm Autumn Moran, licensed professional counselor in the state of Texas, a life coach in Texas and abroad, yoga instructor, but ultimately your companion on this divine, sacred path we call healing. If you've been off lately, tired in new ways, irritable over nothing, crying 1 minute and flat the next, and you're in your 30s and beyond, I want to say something out loud that we don't hear enough. You are not broken, my dear. You are experiencing perimenopause. This episode is for those who wonder, why don't I feel like myself anymore? Is this burnout or something deeper? Why do I feel so tired? My labs are showing no issues. What's wrong? I'm not here as a doctor or a hormone expert. I'm here as a woman who is walking through it too. And I just want to offer some validation, some lived wisdom, a breath of fresh air, a breath of relief, and maybe some insight for the younger generation so that they can start acting accordingly now to walk into perimenopause and pause lovingly. So perimenopause can begin as early as your late 30s or early 40s. It's the transition period before menopause, and it can last up to, what did I read? Like up to 12, 15 years? Like, this is not a short thing. And it's not just about irregular periods or hot flashes. It's about mood swings that feel sudden and overwhelming, or waking up with high levels of anxiety or stress or irritation at anything and everything. It's waking up at 3 a.m. for no reason. Hello, cortisol spike. Hello, stress and anxiety. Hello, racing thoughts or just feeling awake with no end in sight. It can also be brain fog so thick you forget why you open the fridge. Or for me lately, I keep forgetting to turn on the oven to preheat. Or I forget to turn it off when I'm done. Like, what in the world? I've done this for eons. How about crying during a commercial, during a song, because you saw someone walking down the road, because you thought a thought and then possibly feeling numb hours later? Like, it can go extremes, right? I cry at some of the silliest things now. I cry at some of the saddest things now. The newest one for me, and not the newest one for me, but the new knowledge for me is that your feet change. I thought this was just me not doing cardio right, even though I've done it my whole life. Hormone shifts lead to inflammation, decreased collagen, and even changes in foot structure. Like, your foot may widen, your arch may drop. Your shoe size may change, and your favorite shoes no longer support you correctly. Hello, that's what happened to me. I've had heel spurs, I've had pain in the balls of my feet, I've had cramps, I've had plantar fasciitis, all because I was doing the same things that I've always done with no change. No one tells us that foot pain or discomfort might be hormonal, but it is. No one told me that I'd go from walking 3 miles a day to limping after 10 minutes. Side note, I think I have it to talk about later on in the episode, but I want to say, when it comes to the foot pain, right? Inside shoes. Start as early as you possibly can and have a pair of shoes that are supportive, that are for the inside only. Do not go barefoot. I am a hippie by nature and love to be barefoot, love to let my toes breathe. But unfortunately, that is not what our body needs as we age, and it's not good for us at any age. So get some support, get some cushioning. Oof, itchy ears, anyone? My gosh, the itching and the ringing in the ears is one of the wildest parts of perimenopause. They get so itchy, or they'll get to ringing. And this has contributed to a change in estrogen levels. Thinning hair. Oh, to avoid this situation, I was so tired of seeing my hair fall out when it was long in the shower. I got a pixie cut. I cut all my hair off. I don't know if hair falls out now or not. It's so short and it's fine. It takes the stress away and my hair feels like a full head of hair and a pixie cut. And sidestep on the pixie cut. Boy, it kind of lets you know what type of man is misogynistic or not. Because if men see you with short hair, they kind of assume that you're not worth anything to them. And they don't smile, they don't say hi. But the genuine men that seem to see people for people will say hi. It's like they clock me as a lesbian or as different or not having the hair like women are supposed to have. And they will even give me ugly looks. It is the most bizarre reaction. Yuck. Feeling invisible or deeply irritated but not knowing why. I research menopause and perimenopause often. I mean, I'm in it and I'm trying to make sense of it. Doctors don't know. My labs are great. There's nothing really wrong. I'm just being told to eat a smaller amount of calories, move my body, and drink water and sleep. Bitch, I'm doing that. I've always done that. I avoid anything celebrity endorsed or anything that's influencer created, and I try to stick to the evidence-based research. I know I'm not losing my mind. I feel these changes and notice that this pattern is not my norm. Body pains, frozen shoulder pain that comes from nowhere. Oof, my left shoulder had no injury. And I just woke up one day and there it was, this intense pain. Anytime I reached out my arm, tried to pick something up, tried to extend it in any way. It lasted months with no end in sight. I would just be so gentle with it. I finally got rid of it by having the best and the worst massage of my life. It was a deep tissue massage that I don't think I signed up for, and if I did, my mistake. It was so fucking painful. So painful. It hurt days afterwards. But then once all that went away, about a week later, my shoulder pain was gone. I'm not saying that deep tissue massage will fix it. I'm just saying that's what finally worked for me. I did some energy work as well, but she worked mainly on my right shoulder, not my left. So I don't know if any of that helped, but the deep tissue massage, it hurt like hell, but it helped. In addition to body pain, we get joint inflammation. From knees to shoulders to elbows, ankles, joint inflammation. Hello. I can remember Googling, like, what's wrong with me? I'm not depressed, but I feel bad. What is menopause? Because honestly, I've heard about scary menopause off and on my whole life without any details or tips, just that it's coming. But no one ever mentioned perimenopause. So down the rabbit hole I went. And that's when I started learning that this season isn't just hormonal, it's also emotional. It unearths old wounds. It challenges how we see ourselves, and it invites us to stop pushing through and start listening in. Let's talk about what happens in your actual body during perimenopause, beyond hot flashes and irregular periods. Weight gain is in the belly, right? I mean, if you're here and you're experiencing it, or if you feel like starting to get bloaty in your belly after eating certain things, this is it. This is your body's way of protecting your organs in case of a fall. I want to sidestep and talk food, ingredients mainly. So weight gain's going to happen, but it's also natural and it's also hormonal, and there's ways you can adjust it. I am an ingredients hog mainly. Read your labels. Stop drinking energy drinks. Stop drinking alcohol. I'm being fucking for real. Stop. Energy drinks counteract any effort you do in the gym when it comes to muscle strength. And now is the time to get as much muscle strength as you can, or to have strong muscles if you're aging body. So stop drinking energy drinks. Stop drinking caffeinated beverages that aren't a simple cup of coffee in the morning, or that's not a caffeinated tea. Stop. Stop drinking sodas. Stop drinking zero sodas, diet sodas. Stop. Stop. I don't know how much I can scream this. I'm serious. Stop drinking alcohol. These are both poisonous, literal poison to your body. And alcohol is a carcinogen. Like, seriously, stop drinking cancer in a can or a bottle. Stop. Okay, on to food. Stop eating anything with palm oils in it, high oleic oils, canola oils, high fructose corn syrup, sucralose, artificial flavoring. And the one that I'm having a difficulty sussing out now is natural flavoring. It's just as bad as artificial flavoring. Anything you see as natural flavoring is gross as fuck, and you don't really want to know. If you want to know, search it. I'm not going to get into the what's and how's of these. It's just a catch-all name for corporations to put in bad shit to make you think that it's good. Don't take a book by its cover. If the cover says all natural, blah, 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 turn that shit around and read the ingredients. It's probably not. Get as wholesome ingredients as you can. This is not about a diet. This is not about macros. This is about putting food in your body that is as close to natural as possible. The least processed foods. And I probably am going to make some enemies here, and I don't mean to burst your bubble or hurt your feelings, but if you're going to Trader Joe's, you're eating fancy ultra-processed food. It is a fancy convenience store. Stop eating there. Read your labels. I love Trader Joe's. I'm not saying anything like all grocery stores have all the garbage, but wherever you get your foods, read the ingredients. This goes into, I said a little bit about muscle loss, right? Slower metabolism. So with the slower metabolism and the muscle loss, you want to be intaking things that help you, not harm you. Fatigue that doesn't go away with sleep. Fatigue is a different thing, right? So like, this is a bonus episode, and this week's episode that came out on Wednesday is why you feel tired all the time. And that can be because you're masking. If you're unmasking and still tired, hello, perimenopause. If you are in perimenopause and masking, maybe there's some unmasking to do so you can have a little bit more energy. Increased sensitivity to like loud noises, lots of movement, children around, children noises, things like that. And I did say irregular periods, but let's talk about it for a minute. In my experience, I felt that I have always kind of been blessed. I have short periods, cramp-free, it just comes and goes without any disruption to my life. And I've always felt grateful. But now, I'm still grateful. I love my life. But now it is cramp city and heavy flows that I've never experienced before. Cramps that feel so bad, they bring me down to my knees like I am in labor giving birth. My heating pad is my buddy. And those stick-on period back pain pads that you can get from the store, those don't do it. I need a real full-fledged heating pad. So embrace what you need as far as accommodations when it comes to cramps in that time of the month. Nurture yourself. That is a sacred time of the month to honor and love and let self-love come in heavily. I mean, this season can feel like a second adolescence, except you're also managing bills, careers, caregiving, and your own healing work. Emotionally, perimenopause can bring grief for the version of yourself you no longer feel connected to. This can be huge in neurodivergent women or women that are undiagnosed with neurodivergency. This grief can come in hot and heavy. Anger, you've spent years suppressing your thoughts, feelings, emotions, wants, and needs. I mean, it kind of forces you to unmask. You experience tenderness and nostalgia that seems to come out of nowhere. Like I said, I will cry. If I think of something sad or think of something beautiful, I will cry. And I let it come. Don't stop it. Also, we can experience a craving for solitude, stillness, or creative expression. Please, please, please get some solitude. Please, please, please learn how to rest. Be creative. Find joy. Find contentness. It also brings up existential questions like, who am I becoming? What have I outgrown? What do I want now that I've stopped people pleasing, right? Because a lot of the times perimenopause just makes us stop people pleasing. We just don't give fucks enough to keep performing. We've been told that to stay fit, manage weight, and protect our bones, we need intense strength training, pounding cardio, and rigid routines. But for many women in perimenopause, especially those experiencing foot pain, joint sensitivity, or fatigue, that approach backfires. Also, I have an episode that is a bonus episode about the workout plan according to you, not what we've been told, because the regimens that we see are made for neurotypical men. They never had us in mind, but they want us to follow these and succeed. But they're not built for us. I want to offer you a reframe. Movement as nourishment, not punishment. Because I'll be honest with you, I fucking hate strength training. I know there are people that love it and it gives them power, and I'm not knocking those people. Like, kudos, wish I could do it. I've tried it. I've given it real effort. It doesn't feel good in my body. It just is not for me. And cardio, it used to feel so fun. I would love to run. I would love to take dance classes, hot yoga, intense vinyasa yoga classes. But then it's just all began to feel forced, exhausting, and leaving me heavier than when I started. And eventually, all that cardio with my feet changing led to injury. I had months of up and down, up and down, up and down. Walking, not walking, walking, not walking, working out, not working out. It was a shit show. This is where my hard and fast rules started to come in. I needed to figure out a way to move my body that not only brings me joy, but also can help me honor the muscle mass loss if I'm not strength training. So I shifted toward what I now call like ritual movement. And one form of movement that has been incredibly helpful for me is water-based exercise. I am not a lap swimmer. I'm not going to get in a lane and swim back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That shit's boring as hell. I'm not going to do it. Do that if you like. But let your water-based activity be your own. Even if you're in a public pool and you have a lane or half a lane, right? You can walk back and forth. You can dance back and forth. You can do jumping jacks back and forth. You can squat. You can lunge. You can swim with your hands. You can kick with your feet. You can just, like I said, dance. Give yourself permission to let the water support your joints, reduce the impact on your feet, and allow you to move with resistance, but without strain. Benefits of water movement eases the joints and foot pain, gently supports cardiovascular health, It builds strength without using weights. It regulates the nervous system. It promotes deep sleep. 2 things we need as neurodivergent perimenopausal women. If someone had come to me in my 20s and said, girl, I see you wanting to run these 5Ks, but I invite you to take it to the sea. I invite you to do swimming races. I invite you to just swim in the water leisurely and have a good time, because this will benefit you now and carry you well into your 30s, 40s, and 50s with grace, stability, and flexibility. Take it to the sea, my dears. Get in the water. Move your body in the water in whatever way that means to you. Beyond movement itself, I'm gentle with my body in other ways. I don't have like this strict morning routine. I have a morning list of ideas. So I get up. My non-negotiables is I get up, I scrape my tongue. I get all the gunk off my tongue before I drink water. Then I drink me a glass of water. I put my breakfast in the oven, feed my animals, water my plants, eat breakfast, and then have some coffee. Outside of that, for self-care, I get on my vibration plate for 5 to 10 minutes a day. And during that time, I chant, I hum, I sing, or I just breathe in different breath patterns. I habit stack my vibration plate. This is really good. I love it. Highly recommend. I journal, even if it's just one line. I don't make it big. I don't make it be like stream of consciousness, 3 pages, blah, blah, blah. I just write what I feel or until my hand gets tired. And then I pull a tarot card. I pull one for guidance and I pull one for inspiration, motivation, just to get to know them, just to have some fun, just to have some sort of, not structure, but just groundedness in my day. And sometimes I don't pull my card till later in the day. Sometimes I don't vibrate until later in the day. I don't demand myself to do so many things in a row. I give myself opportunity and pockets in the day to show up, not just in the morning. I keep my supplementation simple. I know I hear a lot of people supplement with this, ashwagandha this, ashwagandha that, adaptogens, blah, 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 blah. I've tried stuff. I've done a lot of stuff. I used to be a supplement person, but I keep it real simple. I take a magnesium daily because research shows that the American diet is lacking in magnesium. And the lack of magnesium is one of the main contributors to heart disease. And women are the highest for heart disease. So we as women need to be taking a wholesome magnesium supplement a day. If you're curious as to what I take, I'm not going to put brands out here, but if you're curious, message me. I'll send you a picture of what I use. Or send me a picture of what you use and I'll read the ingredients, because it's about the ingredients. Any of your supplements that you're taking, you want to make sure that it doesn't have any fillers. And when I mean fillers, vegetable or magnesium stearate. Anything that has stearate, stearate, magnesium stearate or vegetable stearate. Stay away from that. Oils. Just colors, food dyes. Look at the ingredients. And I walk my dog daily. This is like 5, 10 to 30 minutes long. It depends on him and it depends on me. Sometimes I listen to some inspirational podcast or book. And sometimes I keep the earbuds out and I enjoy the surroundings. I say thank you to the trees. I say hello to the clouds. I talk to any bugs. Like, I just enjoy the surroundings. Self-care, being in the moment, slowing down. Really enjoying it, not performing it. I dance to a few songs with myself or to feel goofy. This is a way to kind of move the body, get it moving, get some stable moods. Dancing is shown to be more effective than SSRIs. I'm not saying don't take your SSRI. I am no way encouraging to go off meds. I'm just saying add it to your repertoire. Dance once a day. See if it makes a difference. This is medicine, right? Showing up for yourself and doing these help for more stable moods, fewer energy crashes, and a sense of connection with yourself. You don't have to hustle your way to wellness. You don't have to mimic workouts and leave your body feeling punished. Let this season be about listening. Let movement be a sacred ritual, a way to just honor yourself, coming home to you. And I talked a little bit about this week's previous episode, and I'll talk a little bit about it now, but it's about unmasking. The mask starts to slip in perimenopause. This season may feel like your brain, body, and soul are all shifting at once. Many of us spend decades, or have spent decades, pretending we're okay when we're overloaded, smiling when we're overstimulated, overfunctioning to hide executive dysfunctioning, mirroring others to feel safe, wanted, and included. But as hormones change, the capacity to mask just falls away. Your tolerance for discomfort, for sensory overload, for fake conversations, and simply pushing through it disappears. Not out of weakness, but because your body is finally saying, what the fuck are we doing? I'm tired of this. I've done this for so long. I'm not doing it anymore. It's your body's way of saying there's a different way, which can feel scary at first. You may notice more emotional dysregulation, less patience for pretending, a stronger need for rest, silence, and truth, and maybe grief for all the years you've hid yourself to survive. But this unmasking is an invitation to reclaim your rhythm, to listen to your sensory needs, and to rebuild your identity, or to build your identity based on who you are now. Perimenopause doesn't just shift your hormones. It often strips away the false selves you've never meant to carry in the first place. And while it can feel like falling apart, it's actually a sacred unraveling. You're not broken. You're becoming more you now than ever before. So if you want to know a little bit more and go a little bit deeper on some action steps on how to unmask or what that looks like, get the episode before this, why you feel so tired all the time, even when you're doing everything right. That will help you. Because masking for years cost you energy. And when the hormones no longer support the mask, your system demands rest, integration, and authenticity. This season might be the first time in your life where you no longer have the strength to fake it. And that, my dear, is fucking freedom. Stop faking it. Be who you want to be. Whew. If no one has told you lately, this is hard and you're doing beautifully. Because my dear, oh man, I want to cry right now. It is fucking hard. It is hard to be someone new after you've been someone your whole life and scared to think, what if that's not gonna work? It wouldn't be happening if it wasn't meant to happen. This wouldn't come up if this wasn't necessary. These are good signs that change is necessary, not a bad thing. You're not lazy. You're becoming someone new, and that takes energy. Let your body grieve. Let your routines soften. And please let your old rules go away. You don't have to figure this out alone. You don't have to prove your worth through productivity. You can move through this season slowly, softly, and powerfully. And on the days it feels like too much, come back to this episode or take a couple of minutes to listen to my bonus episode titled Pep Talk, Comfort on the Hard Days. It's for you. You are not behind. You're not failing. You are becoming a beautiful, beautiful phoenix rising from the ashes, my dear. And if this resonated with you, please leave a review, leave a comment, share it with someone who you feel is holding it all together but needs permission to kind of let it fall apart so they can find themselves. So we can share this healing with women just like you and I, you and me. Eek! I don't know which one. I'm just going to keep going and not correct it. We're shedding shame. I'd love to hear from you. I also offer private sessions for therapy if you're in Texas, and private virtual sessions for life coaching outside of the state and abroad. So therapy and life coaching is all virtual. Whether you're healing from trauma, whether you're shifting through perimenopause and finding yourself, or just trying to come home to yourself to find out what that means, it is my honor and privilege and blessing to hold space for women just like you every day of the week. It is my life's purpose to be here for the world, for women to grow, to find their strength and find their true love within. So you can live a life of love and authenticity. So fill out that form for a 15-minute free consultation to see if we're a good fit, if you'd like to work together. If not, check out my Spotify playlist, Divine Woman. Hit that link, follow that playlist. Let the input that goes into your ear be nothing but healthy women reminding you that you're a beautiful fucking soul. Because that's what that playlist is for. You are never too much, never too late, and never too far gone. You don't have to figure it all out at once or all alone. Until next time, may you be happy and free. May mine and your healing ripple outward to bless the world with happiness and freedom. Take care of you, and I'll see you soon.